Hey everybody, it's the Ioniq guy here. So there's been much conversation going on since the battery preconditioning update came out about how eco mode has been affected. We're going to find out today. I'm going to do back-to-back testing in my 2022 SEL all-wheel drive that had the preconditioning update installed right around Christmas time. And I'm also going to test eco mode on a brand new 2023 Ioniq 5 Limited. Hyundai has already confirmed to me that eco mode in the updated 2022 cars does have a problem with eco mode. It's much less responsive than it should be, but we're going to see what the real difference is here, because there's a lot of speculation in the forums and on Reddit and everything. People saying that they don't notice a difference. Some people notice a huge difference. So let's go ahead, find out. Both cars are charged to 33%. All 8 tires are at 35 PSI. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go out and I'm going to set it in eco mode. And then I'm going to do a couple 0 to 40 tests, because that's the band where we're seeing most of the unresponsiveness taking place. Some people are saying that what level of regen you're in affects the responsiveness of the accelerator. I personally don't see any difference, but maybe I'm just not paying close enough attention. So we'll figure that all out today, and if you're interested, stay tuned. I've got climate control off, and we're gonna pull up to a stop sign, and we're gonna try eco mode and I-pedal first. So the pedal is floored right now. And there's 40. So now we're in level 0 regen. I'm going to floor it again. And there's 40. Just for ha-has, we will do another one in auto regen mode. So here we go in auto mode. 40. You know, while we're out, why don't we just go ahead and do level 2 regen as well and see what that gives us. All right, so here's level 2. There's 40. And we'll do one more I-pedal just so we have one that we did twice. And there's 40. So let's go home, take a look at the numbers. So we're gonna do the same thing again here in the 2023 Limited all-wheel drive. So here we go, we're floored. There's 40. So now we're in level 0. Go ahead and do it again. There's 40. So we got nobody behind us here. Let's just go ahead and do it at this slight uphill. Pedal is floored. We're still in auto. There's 40. Floored. 40. Now we'll do one more again in the same spot in I-pedal. Floored. And there's 40 again. So we've got some data. Let's go look at it. So I just wanted to say before I show you guys the data that we collected that I reached out to Hyundai's engineering team. They confirmed with Korea there is an issue with eco mode. So they know about it. They're working on it. In the email, he said that they're also working on more updates to the car that will be released in a future update. So there are more updates on the horizon. So there is that to look forward to, but there is an issue. Hyundai knows about it. They're working on it. In the meantime, Hyundai engineers recommend that you drive in normal mode and no longer drive in eco mode, but that is up to you whether you want to do that. Okay, so I've gone through all the data and I put together a chart. So the first thing I want you to notice in this data is that There is no difference in 0 to 40 times between the 2022 Ioniq 5 with the preconditioning software update versus the 2023 Ioniq 5 all-wheel drive with preconditioning from the factory. They are more or less identical. Just look at these numbers. In iPedal, they're both 0 to 20 in 4.5 seconds, 0 to 30, 6.4, and 0 to 40, 8.0 versus 8.1. So pretty much the same. But what is interesting to see is that there's a pretty drastic difference in 0 to 40 times, depending on whether you're in iPedal or if you're in level 2, 0, or auto. Level 2 and level 0 are pretty much identical, but they are quicker than iPedal, which I was not expecting to see this. I drive an iPedal all the time, so that would really explain why, for me, I really noticed the difference right away, because I'm always an iPedal when I'm driving on back roads. I don't ever go into any other regen mode. Unless I'm on the highway, I'll drop down to level 1. So that is interesting to see. That would explain why there's some difference of opinions between people saying that it doesn't feel as slow or it does feel really slow. Because you're talking 0.7 of a second difference here for 0 to 20, 0 to 30, and almost an entire second on my 2022 SEL. You're going from 7.2 to 8.1. So that's a big difference. That difference isn't as great on the limited trim with preconditioning from the factory. You can see it's a 0.5 second difference going from level 2 to iPedal. So it's still a pretty big difference, but it's not as big as the difference from level 2 to iPedal on my 2022. So they're more or less the same. That's good to know. But the big takeaway for me is the stark difference between eco mode times in 2022 before they added preconditioning versus eco mode now. You can see at the bottom here, I put some 0 to 30 times from some YouTubers who did testing months and months and months ago on their 2022. So they didn't have preconditioning whatsoever. So G Jeebs did 0 to 30 in 3.4 seconds. Car and Kit, 3.5 seconds. PCs and EVs, 3.6 seconds. Those times are now faster than our 0 to 20 mile per hour times. So that is a big, big difference. And that's 0 to 20. 0 to 30 is almost double. It's almost doubled. G Jeebs did it in 3.4 seconds. I did it in 6.4. That's 3 seconds difference. That's wild. PCs and EVs at 3.6 seconds, they're 2.5 seconds quicker than people are getting right now. And this is why I've been saying that it feels dangerous to me, because I didn't drive all the time in eco mode, but my recollection is that it wasn't that slow. So I thought I was crazy at first, but there's definitely a big difference here. So for those of you who have 2022 Ioniq 5s without the preconditioning update, keep that in mind. If you drive in eco mode all the time, there is a difference, a big difference. So you 2022 Ioniq 5 all-wheel drive owners that haven't gotten the update yet, you need to make a decision. You need to decide for yourself. What's more important to you? Eco mode being the same as it was, or having battery preconditioning? I think for a lot of you, you're going to pick preconditioning update, because that's just going to save you a lot more time. It's going to be great in the wintertime for you. Versus just having a slower eco mode, you can always just drive in normal mode. But doing so does have implications on range and efficiency. So you're going to have to make a decision if you haven't gotten the update yet. But there is a big difference here, and now we have some real data to show that difference. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up, please. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.